Soul Searchers, I'm Indigo Kelly with soulsearchingwithindigokelly.com. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading for what you need to know right now. We have a lot of things going on in the world, and I'm sure you all have a lot of different kinds of things going on in your life. And so I would like to offer you a little bit of guidance through a pick a card for exactly what it is that you need to hear right now in this very moment. This is a timeless pick a card, so whenever you find this pick a card and you watch it, that is the moment when you needed to hear that message. Remember that all of the piles are meant for more than one person, so if some things resonate with you and some things don't, go ahead and feel free to take what resonates with you and leave what does not. If you would like to listen to more than one pile, you can do that, and there may be things from each different pile that resonate with you. Also, don't ever forget when you're listening to a tarot reading that nothing is set in stone, nothing is permanent. Remember that any of the outcomes and any of the results are changeable by you. If you hear something that you don't like, you have the power to change what happens in your life. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go straight into our pick a card reading, what you need to know and hear right now. So we have 3 piles. Pile number 1 with the Janis Joplin card. Pile number 2 with the Kate Bush card. And pile number 3 with the John Coltrane card. Go ahead and meditate and study on those cards and take a moment to pick which one you feel resonates most with you today. Let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. So pile number 1, you chose the Janis Joplin card, and I'll go ahead and read that for you. Janis Joplin, evolve but don't compromise. You're all you've got. The power of love must replace the love of power. You are far greater than the sum of your fears. Okay, so that is our Janis Joplin card. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. All right, so pile number 1, what I'm seeing for you is that in the fairly recent past, you have been doing a lot of letting go. You have been really gaining a new perspective on different things in your life. Maybe you had a time in the past where you went through some confusion and you really didn't know what to do, but that is starting to become more clear as you move forward. I feel like fairly recently you have started to gain more peace of mind and put away any kind of selfish interest that you might have had. I think that you are starting to understand that it might be necessary for you to make some kind of sacrifice in order to achieve any success that you're going to. I feel like you have come recently into a period of calm. You are really starting to surrender and starting to let go and starting to understand that you really can't control people or situations. You just have to leave them alone and let it go and understand that there is a divine order, there is a divine path that will be taken regardless of whether or not you worry about it or whether or not you are in control of the situation or the person in the situation. I'm seeing for group number 1, you may be going through currently some sort of celebration, some sort of joy. Maybe you recently got married, recently got engaged, or made some step in a relationship, maybe moving in together. That was a very good, happy time for you, very joyful. You are feeling very safe and very comfortable right now. For some of you, you may have really been working on some creative goals recently, and you've really achieved some kind of goal that you were going after. Maybe you completed some work project that you were doing, or maybe some project at home that you have been trying to complete for a long time, and you finally accomplished that, and you're feeling really good about that. For some of you, you are celebrating something in life, possibly a graduation or some kind of life passage. a birth of a child, a wedding, an engagement, celebrating. There's some kind of celebration going on. You are really having that success. You are being rewarded for the success that you have achieved. It could be monetary. You could be going through a time where you are monetarily comfortable. You're just feeling really alive, really excited about the future. And you have a lot of freedom coming up. You have a lot of new choices that you're going to be deciding on in the near future. But I feel like right now you're just going through a period of celebration, joy, harmony. You're able to relax, and you feel like there is a certain safety, a certain comfort, and even, a certain sense of abundance for some of you. Now, underneath all of that, for group number 1, I'm also seeing that there is some kind of burden that is weighing on you. It just seems like to you that life is kind of an uphill battle, a constant battle. You feel like you never seem to catch a break. You are always really having to work hard. You're really doubting yourself right now, doubting your own worth when it comes to you feel like you are overextended. You feel like you're overcommitted. You have too many irons in the fire right now. I'm feeling like you're getting no rest from your burdens. Like there just seems to be, between work and home, there just seem to be a lot of burdens on you, and your responsibilities are just really kind of suffocating you right now. What I'm seeing is that you should really look for new creative solutions to your problems. Maybe it's time to make some changes in your life, whether it be a new career or going back to school, or maybe you're going to be making a move and you're moving in with someone, or you're getting married, or something's going to happen, something needs to happen where you make these life changes so that you don't feel so burdened, you don't have all this extra responsibility. Working hard is really important in life, but you don't always want to be weighed down by these extra burdens, by these extra loads that you have to carry. There are more important things in life than just work and overwhelming responsibilities and being overextended and overcommitted, okay? I also feel like for some of you, you are feeling this burden, but you are so close to completion. You've been working so hard for so long, and very soon, for some of you in group number 1, you are going to be able to release this burden and take a breath, and your battle, your feeling of overcommitment, your feeling of burden is going to be released, and you're finally going to have achieved what it was that you've been working so hard for. I feel like in group number 1 that you may be a water sign, possibly a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. For those of you in group number 1, I feel like that you are being increasingly dissatisfied, being focused on material possessions. And I feel like this goes for a lot of people in the world right now. We are really tired of focusing on a certain lifestyle, a certain way of life, and we are all kind of shifting our focus. This grand awakening that's happening in the world right now, I feel like that involves a lot of people in group number 1. You really need something more in your life. You're having this just exhaustion from living this every day-to-day life, working and coming home, or whatever it is that you do every day. It seems mundane. It seems like you're just going through the motions of life, and you really need something extra to fulfill you. It seems like you are really just losing interest in your normal everyday activities. This could really lead to depression. I think that it would be a really good time for the people in group number 1, for some of you in group number 1, to start thinking about yourself, and not really in a way like being selfish or being self-absorbed, but like taking care of yourself. okay? Really spending time on meditating, taking care of yourself physically, taking care of yourself emotionally and spiritually, all right? So that's something that's going to help you with this, this dissatisfaction with your daily life that you've been having lately for some of you in group number 1. You must really take action if you are going to find the answer to your happiness, reevaluate whatever it is that is causing you question in your life. Look at it, write it down on paper, evaluate what it is that is most important to you in your life, and really meditate on those things. Don't get so distracted, however, by, your thought, and so distracted that you don't notice, what it is that's being laid before you. You have for those of you in group number 1, I feel like you have a lot of opportunities and you have a lot of things being handed to you in many different ways. And I think that you sometimes just have to open your eyes and see what it is that you have before you. All right, so also for group number 1, I'm seeing that people around you really think highly of you, okay? They really think that you have this unlimited potential. You are just having these ideas, that just bloom out of you. You have all of these aspirations. I think that maybe there are people that might be looking at you in some sort of business fashion right now. They are thinking that you are really just an overachiever. You're highly organized, and you're just super concentrated on what you want. You're flexible, you're creative, you're very determined, and your personality is just really winning over others right now. You have all of the tools that you need to manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. You really have that card of personal power, and people see that in you. They have this attitude towards you that you can do it all, that you can have it all. So use that to your benefit. People are really looking at you right now, and they're seeing that you are really just a powerful person, a very experienced person, and you have a lot of knowledge and whatever. I feel like this is some kind of a business field for some of you in group number 1. Somebody's looking at you in that aspect right now, possibly for a new job or to move you up, possibly to get a raise or a promotion. So really be exemplifying those characteristics right now and use that to your benefit. All right, now for those of you in group 1, moving forward, what I feel like you should do is during this time, you really need to be the calm person in life. You need to be warm and try to present a caring personality. Be extremely friendly and outgoing. Try to be very emotionally balanced and considerate of others. I know that, sometimes during life, and especially during this time, that's hard to do. But really thinking before you speak, really thinking before you take any kind of actions, being responsible for your actions. Really be the person that people can count on, that a person who people come to for advice. Some of you in group 1 may be some kind of authority figure, or you're in some kind of position that really has the respect of a lot of people, and people are going to be coming to you, asking for advice. Being emotionally balanced and compassionate during this time, I feel like people could possibly be coming to you for advice, or just for support and for advice. So that's something that I feel like you could be doing, just being very in control and emotionally balanced. All right, so also for group number 1, I'm seeing that this is a really good time for you to possibly start a business partnership or some kind of partnership. Like I was saying earlier, I see some of you could possibly be celebrating a marriage or engagement or a birth of a child. So some kind of partnership could be coming from this. For some of you, it is business related in group number 1. Teamwork is really going to be essential during this time, collaborating with others. Like I was saying before, you are being viewed right now as well suited for whatever this business is that you might be having a partnership for. Teamwork is really going to be essential in achieving whatever business goals or, possibly relationship goals that some of you have in group number 1. Your hard work is not going to go unnoticed. Whether it be relationship goals or business goals, make sure that you are really planning well and that you are preparing yourself carefully. Those preparations and that planning is going to pay off for you. You're going to profit the benefits in the end if you really use good planning and careful planning, okay? Once again, I'm seeing that people in group number 1 right now, it's like you could do no wrong in other people's eyes right now. The opinion of you is just so high, and that's really positive for you. Once again, in this partnership, whether it's business or romantic or possibly just friendship, okay? That is really, really positive for you. You are just considered an essential contributor at this point, and you are the person that is going to be the leader of this. You are going to be the person that everyone comes to. You're going to be the person that's going to make sure that everybody else is on the same page. So that is an important job that you have coming up, and the outcome is going to be very good for you. All right, now I'm going to pull a card from the Keepers of the Light deck for group number 1. All right, so for group number 1, you got the Miriam Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Okay, now I actually want to pull out the guidebook for this and read the entire thing to you. For some reason, I'm feeling like you need to hear that entire message right now. The Miriam, which means the beloved, are twin flame angels who come as one. They are mirror images of each other. They are the angels who appeared to Mary Magdalene in the tomb of Jesus after his passing. These angels spoke directly to Mary and helped her move beyond her grief so that she was able to commune with Jesus once more. They can help us move beyond the cloud of grief too. They heal grievances of all kinds, including ones that have been created by religion or the idea that God does not love or accept us because of a mistake we once made. The Miriam help us remember that we don't need to ask God for forgiveness because he never condemned us in the first place. This is a real opportunity for you to move beyond grief or grievance at this time. The Miriam are here, swirling their holy light all around you so that you can regain a sense of union with Spirit. You are loved beyond words. Choose to see the light of God in everyone and everything and to love without boundaries. Honor others and honor yourself with your sacred vision. You are in a space of deep healing and forgiveness. Choosing to see the light of the world will help you grow even more. So that is all I have for group number 1. I hope that resonated with you. If you liked this video and you would like to see more like it, please comment down below. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with group number 2 with Kate Bush. Never let go of mystery. Cultivate nostalgia for what never was. The arrows of desire are sometimes dipped in poison. I'm seeing for group number 2 that you are really a free-spirited person with limitless potential. I feel in the past you may have been super self-confident, very charming person, very generous, possibly really a nature lover, very active and involved. In the past, I feel like you had some very, very strong convictions. You might have been in the past, I feel like in the past you also really encouraged and inspired others. You just have a very have or had a very outgoing personality. You have this very limitless potential, and you're just a very free-spirited person, but I don't think that you have really taken action on all of your gifts yet, okay? You are the kind of person that can really find growth in unlikely places. You can take something and turn it into nothing very easily. You're such an energized person, and you have never really been limited by your circumstances. You are always inspired. You always have new ideas, okay? Now, I feel like for group number 2 right now, possibly some of that has changed and you are not feeling the same way. You might have been, for some of you in group number 2, you have been distracted by something. For some of you in group number 2, you've been distracted by selfishness, okay? I'm seeing that some of you are being distracted by your own greed and materialism from this person that you used to be. You used to be very considerate, very charming, very generous, and I'm seeing that maybe now you're just having kind of a disregard for others. I'm not really sure why. Maybe you're caught in a situation, or you've gone through something recently or in the recent past that has changed you, inside. For some of you, I'm seeing maybe that could possibly be a drug addiction or alcohol addiction, some kind of substance abuse, maybe some other kind of compulsions. Maybe something happened to you, and you feel like you're hiding this really deep, dark secret, and you're not really sure how to handle that. Now, for some others of you in group number 2, I think that you have possibly gotten trapped by earthly desires. There, like I said, some kind of addiction. It could be a drug addiction. It could be a substance abuse. It could also be, possibly a sexual addiction, or maybe just some kind of compulsion that you didn't have before. And for some of you in group number 2, I feel like your values have really just changed, okay? I'm feeling like you just really did a complete 180 in comparison to who you were in the past. You were this very young, fiery, optimistic, young and wild and free kind of thing going on, and then, something changed that. One of the things that you might really watch out for, if you are one of the people in this group number 2 that is feeling like you've had that change, watch out for people that could possibly be, involved in the darker magic, that could have possibly, done some form of darker magic to you or on you. That's a possibility. And I'm seeing for some of you too, really, you just really gave into the desires of, earthly desires. It's really alluring, and it's easy to come under the spell of earthly desires and, materialism and greed and all of that stuff. It's really easy to give into those kinds of compulsions. And so I feel like a lot of us in group number 2, something like that is happening. I also think for some of you that something happened to you. Something that, like I said, you feel like is a deep, dark secret. It's not something that you want to share. It's something that really changed you to your core, and something that you need to heal from. I'm seeing that everyone in group number 2 really needs to spend some time doing some shadow work, okay? Really dealing with, whatever it is that has happened to you, or, however it is that you've changed, whatever happened that changed you, whether it was something that was self-inflicted or whether it was something that happened to you, okay? Now, I am seeing that there is someone that is going to be an influence for you, okay? This person could possibly be an Aries or another fire sign, Leo or Sagittarius. For some of you, this is your father. For some of you, it is just a father figure. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It could just be a very masculine energy. This person is going to kind of help you get your ducks in a row, okay? They're going to help you really get your willpower back and really start being able to have self-control. They want to be there to support you. You know, they're going to help you figure out how to get all of the things in your life to fall into place where they need to be. They're going to help you realize your dreams. They're just going to come in and basically assume control of the situation, and say, you know what, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it, and they're just going to help you out in that way. They are a person that, you know, maybe they're in some kind of position, an authority figure of some kind. This could be, you know, maybe someone in the law, you know, maybe a judge or a police officer or a lawyer. This could also be a pastor or a preacher. For some of you, it might actually be your father. This person is really just going to provide a solid foundation for you. They're going to give you that positive influence that you need in order to get back on track and help you to, for some of you, to release whatever it is that, you know, has changed you internally. And I really think that it would be your best interest to really listen to this person and take their advice. They are coming from a good place. They're coming from a place of love for you. They want to help you. So whenever this person comes and they want to give you advice and help you, you know, be open to that and don't shut them out. So for you in group number 2, for some of you, I'm just seeing a lot of worry, stress, insecurity. Maybe, you know, some of you have recently lost a job or have, you know, lost a job in the near past. Maybe you've lost your home, or you have had health problems for some of you. Some of you are really facing some financial difficulties. You feel like you are really, you know, like you've hit rock bottom. You feel like you've lost your family and your friends. And I'm really seeing that you should seek support, you know, from religious or spiritual guides. You know, like I was saying before, the person that might be coming in to help you, to offer you support, to have a leadership, you know, quality for you, and to help you regain your willpower and self-control. I was saying, you know, this could be a pastor or some kind of a spiritual leader. So, you know, seek out that advice from whoever, you know, that is. Also, when you are feeling like this, when you have this worry and lack mindset and you're so concerned with your plight, you know, sometimes you don't see people that are there to help you. So even though you might be going through a lot in your life, you know, some kind of disaster, whether it be emotional or financial, really just keep your eyes opened for those people, or, you know, like this pastor or spiritual advisor that's going to be there to help you. All right. Sometimes you can get so focused on your loss that you isolate yourself and you don't recognize when there is something there that's going to be able to help you greatly. So whatever it is that you're going through, really make sure that you keep your eyes open for that, you know, white dove in the situation. Okay? I'm feeling like the people in group number 2, some of you could possibly be an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Now, for some of you in group 2, I'm really seeing that even though on the inside you are feeling like this just chaos and isolation, that is not how, you know, other people are viewing you. you are really portraying on the outside this inner peace and strength. You might be preoccupied and you might be wanting to have this outward reaction, but overreacting is not in your best interest. On the outside, that might be going on the inside in your mind, but really on the outside, just remain calm and sure of the outcome. All right, just know that the divine has a plan and the divine has timing that is going to work out for the best in the end. So even though you might be having all of these unanswered questions going on in your head, remember that nothing is unattainable for you, and the answers to all of your questions and the answers to the situation is inside of you. Okay, it's already there. You just really need to tap into your gut feelings and listen to your intuition about whatever moves it is that you need to make moving forward. I'm also seeing for group number 2, again, I'm seeing earth signs for group number 2, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Moving forward, I feel like there's going to be some kind of deal making that's going to be happening, something that's going to possibly be a risk for you, but you are very good at talking to others, okay? You are going to really use your sophisticated you're kind of like a smooth talker, and that's going to help you be successful in the future. All right, I think that the best plan of action for group number 2 right now is to really, even when you feel like you have nothing to give, to really give generously and devote yourself to civic or religious activities. This might go back to this spiritual leader or religious leader. Maybe that is something that a place where you were supposed to be investing your time and being affectionate there, and really just devoting yourself and giving generously of your time. If that's, sometimes that's the only thing that we have to give is of ourselves. Okay, really just continue to work hard and don't get wrapped up in chasing things like having expensive cars and a super nice home and really nice clothing. Don't let that kind of materialism get you caught up when you do start to feel that wealth and security again in the future, and you will. Make sure that you don't let this same stuff from before, this materialistic, greedy, selfish, make sure you don't let yourself get caught up in that again. Don't let accumulation be your main focus. All right, focus on leadership, focus on discipline, focus on having self-control, and you can have wealth and you can have abundance without being focused on the accumulation of money and things. Okay, you are the kind of person that is able to accumulate this wealth and financial abundance, but you really have to make sure that you are keeping that in check. Okay, keep yourself in check with that. Don't get greedy, don't get materialistic. All right, now group number 2, I am also seeing that some of you will be finding love soon, and this could be romantic love for some of you. I'm seeing possibly a Gemini, or maybe another air sign, Libra or Aquarius. Okay, maybe you are having this beginning of a romantic relationship. Once all of this is sorted out, you have some things to look forward to. Okay, you have a possible romance. Make sure though, whatever this romance is, that it is not some sort of clandestine temptation. Okay, you don't want it to just be this sexual love, lust. Okay, you want it to be true, two souls meeting. All right, for some of you, I'm seeing that in order for this relationship with this air sign to work in the future, that you need to leave your parents. Okay, maybe some of you are living with your parents. Maybe during these hard times you have moved back in with your parents, but in order for this relationship with this air sign, you need to move out from your parents. In the end of all of this that's going on, I do see a very good period for you, good times. You're going to have lots of close friends and adventures, okay? But there are some important decisions that must be made. For some of you, this doesn't necessarily represent a romantic love. This could be more of a divine union with the divine. Some of you are going to be coming into your spirituality, your consciousness, and your subconscious. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a few more cards for group number 2. I'm going to pull from my New Orleans deck to see what you need to hear. What does group number 2 need to hear right now? All right. Patience. So for group number 2, you got the patience card. And so I think this really just goes along with the story that your cards told already. Having patience. You might be having to do some kind of work on yourself. It is some kind of shadow work, and that kind of stuff is not going to happen overnight, okay? That is something that you are going to have patience for. You're going to have patience with yourself when you are going through any kind of shadow work, when you are going through any kind of loss. You're going to have patience with yourself. You're going to have patience with timing, with the divine timing, okay? Now let's pull one last card from the Keepers of the Light deck for group number 2. All right. We got, and forgive me if I say this incorrectly, Sanat Kumara, light activation, okay? Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Okay, and I feel guided to go ahead and read the entirety of this to you. All right, turned right to it. Awesome. So, Sanat Kumara, which means eternal youth, and is an advanced cosmic light being who is dedicated to helping the earth rise up towards the light. He is, as far as I'm concerned, the leader of the Keepers of the Light. He has been acknowledged as a god in Hinduism, which has come down from heaven bearing God's divine plan. In more recent times, he has been acknowledged as coming from Venus and bringing through unconditional love. He has eyes that are made of the cosmos with the ability to penetrate the soul and activate its brightest light yet. He can seem otherworldly because his looks are beyond human. He is a being of the light, shining with the purest intentions. He is the twin flame of Lady Venus. Together they activate the heart and light of those who welcome their help so they can shine brighter than ever. You are here to light up the world. You may feel that you're being pushed or that there's a lot going on at once, and this is because your energy is magnetic to others and they want it in their life. Take the time to listen to your inner voice. Remember the cosmic light of heaven and draw it into you. That is all you need to do to inspire the world. All right, so that is all that I have for group number 2 today. I really hope that resonated with you. If you like this reading and you would like to see more like it, please comment down below, subscribe, and hit that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching. All right, last but not least, we're going to go straight into group number 3 with John Coltrane. Take your solo, but give others their moment too. If you follow your own truth, there are no false notes. Find beauty in the unexpected. Group number 3, I am seeing that in the recent past, you have been having, a really good period in your life, really happy and positive events. It seems like all of the pieces in life had really started falling into place. You were achieving your goals and, financially you were doing well. Maybe you even were traveling. You possibly went on some kind of vacation. You may have moved your residence. You may have changed jobs. You were just feeling a sense of fulfillment and inner peace. And maybe even you were helping the less fortunate because you were, being so fortunate in the recent past. You are really just having a lot of accomplishment, and maybe you completed a phase in your life and you're stepping into another. For some of you, I'm seeing maybe you retired from your job and you're just really, having a good time in retirement for some of you. For some of you, like I said, maybe you changed jobs or you changed your residence and you're just really happy and fulfilled in that. It just seems like in the recent past, just this sense of completion, just really great happiness, a lot of positive events that have happened. Now, presently, I feel like that has possibly changed, but not necessarily with physical things, but with emotional and mental things, okay? I feel like you are currently in some kind of period of anxiety and worry. Something's keeping you up at night. Something is keeping you from sleeping. Something you're worrying about. Something you have anxiety about. Some of you could possibly be feeling some kind of guilt or regret over something that you have done. But whatever it is, whether it's anxiety, worry, fear, regret, it's causing you some sleepless nights, and you are, just rehashing these past actions in your head over and over again when you are supposed to be sleeping. Maybe even you're having dreams about this, okay? Maybe you caused someone else some kind of misery or pain, or maybe, some kind of misery or pain was caused to you. Some kind of thoughts are just really weighing heavy on your mind. And this is something, that only time will heal. Whatever this is, it's going to take time to heal. Okay? Now, I'm seeing that for group number 3, that you are, deep down, you are really wishing for, this contentment and this satisfaction that you had before. And I feel like everything from before, like it's all still there. Nothing has really changed except for something, that was, I feel like something that was said or an action that was taken that really didn't change, anything but emotions. All right. This is an emotional thing. For most of you, this is an emotional thing. And I think that you are really wishing to get back to what it was before. You want this problem to be solved, all right? You want to be content and satisfied, and you're going to have a lot of gratitude once you get past this. You're going to be very thankful for that. You're going to have emotional peace, and that is going to happen for you. That is going to come true, okay? So even though, it is going to take time, and you feel like, it can't come fast enough, that emotional fulfillment, that, emotional peace is going to be coming to you, okay? But it is going to take time, and it will be in divine time. Now, for those of you in group number 3, I'm feeling like you are possibly a water sign, maybe Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. You are a very fun person. You have lots of friends. It seems like you're very successful in friendship relationships and in romantic relationships. You really have a good understanding of what makes you happy. You have a very good energy. You have a positive energy, and you are one of those kind of people that is just very happy and in high spirits, most of the time. You kind of joke around a lot. You have very, very strong friendships that are really important to you. I feel like you are also possibly, involved in some kind of community, whether it be, your work community or your community where you live. I feel like you are just a really good team player at work and in any kind of leisurely activities. Possibly you are on some kind of a team. you play on some kind of a team and you're just really popular with your friends, and you get a lot of invitations to social events, and you just really appreciate, those connections that you have through all of these things, okay? You really honor and respect these connections that you have with these people, all right? Now, I am seeing that there has been, like we were talking about before, with this past card and then this present card, there has been some kind of sudden change, and everybody is seeing that change in you. This could have possibly been some kind of broken relationship for you. Maybe, these friendships, these relationships that are so important to you, maybe something happened. Maybe you recently, for some of you in group number 3, had a breakup. Maybe, a divorce for some of you. And maybe for some of you, it's just a really, really close friend that you had a falling out with that is really just, causing you a lot of emotional grief and pain, okay? And people are noticing this difference in you. It seems like, you're having this sudden crisis or this grief over this broken relationship. And you are really feeling like this situation has opened your life up to, all kinds of disaster. It's kind of taken you off guard, caught you off guard, taken you back. And I feel like that maybe you need to take action on this situation. I think that there are people around you that are telling you whatever this relationship was, whether it was a friendship or some of you maybe even a business relationship of some sort, a work relationship. I feel like you have other people in your life that are telling you that you need to get rid of this person, okay? Or for some of you, this job where you work with this person, all right? And your friends, maybe possibly your family is telling you, once you get rid of this person, and no longer have this negative energy from this person, you're going to lose this anxiety and worry and fear, and it's really going to be for the best, okay? For some of you, I feel like this person just kind of like uprooted everything for you, okay? They just came in and just made chaos happen and made everything feel like shaky ground in your life, okay? And the opinions of others, the attitude of your other friends and family around you is that, you really just need to not have this person in your life anymore. I'm also seeing for group number 3 that you are feeling really, just bottomed out about this situation. I think that you do not want to lose this person or, possibly this job or this situation. You feel like, you should be the martyr and you should continue to suffer for this person. Maybe, for some of you, having this person no longer in your life could really disrupt your home life. But I feel like even though the endings with this person or this situation might be really painful for you, it might be, it might leave you with some deep wounds and, a very big loss in your life and kind of feeling like you're in crisis, but that it is, later you're going to realize that these changes are really for your best interest, and it's time for you to shed this and really start thinking about what is going to serve your highest good. I'm really feeling like I need to say that you have a higher self and you need to start really thinking about what is in alignment with your higher self, what is in alignment with who you want to be, all right? So think about that. And when you think about that, when you think about maybe this job or this person, is having this person in your life in alignment with who you want to be? Is it in alignment with your higher self? Like I said before, this is going to take some time. This is going to possibly be, a painful break, a situation where you're just really in grief and emotional pain. But in divine timing, you are going to be back on the horse, okay? You are going to be back to your confident self. You are a very courageous person with a good heart. I feel like some of you are maybe engineers or designers, or maybe you build something. Some of you, I'm feeling like you plan something. Maybe you're a party planner or a wedding planner. That's just what I'm feeling for some of you. But I feel like you are going, if this is going to affect your job especially, you are going to be right back on that horse. And if it's a relationship as well, a romantic relationship, you are going to be right back in there very soon. This will take some time to heal, but you are such a driven person, and this card is just really hitting it home what I said about, your higher self. You are very dedicated to your life's purpose, and when you really start thinking about, did that align with your life's purpose? Did that align with your higher self? Did that align with where you want to be in life, being with this person or having this person in your life? You are going to know that it did not. And you are so motivated and action-oriented and driven that you're going to see that and you're going to be able to overcome that, all right? You have such a good energy, and the healing is going to happen a lot faster than you think it is, and you are going to be in a really good place when all this is said and done. And even, you started out, it seems like, in an amazing place. You had the world at your fingertips, and you just had this great period of happiness and positive events, and you're going to return there very quickly, and you're going to be even more ambitious and energetic than you even were before. Okay, so I want to draw a few more cards for group number 3. What does group number 3 need to hear right now? All right, so group number 3, you got the duality card. This is really just representing, I feel like, for this reading, that, you have two different things going on right now. You have some, your outside self that you're representing, and then your inside, you have this conflict and this emotional grief going on. All right, and I think that just really trusting the divine timing, that is going to bring that inner turmoil to an end. And I want to draw one last card from Keepers of the Light for group number 3. For group number 3, we have El Moria. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Okay, and so I want to read, I feel like I need to read for you the actual book for El Moria. I cannot say that today. Last day of Mercury retrograde. Okay, so El Moria is the spiritual name that was given to protect the identity of Ranbir Singh, a spiritually aware man born into a powerful family that ruled Kashmir in the 19th century. It is said that he interceded both spiritually and physically to stop the British invasion of the region in 1845. This wise soul is now able to help us remove the energy from our life that is not serving our connection to God. We were talking about your connecting with your higher self and really seeing what serves you, right? He is a wonderful guide to call on if we are unsure if something is real or not. He helps awaken our I am presence, which is our truest connection to our soul and to the universe itself. Spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. El Moria is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. This really, really goes along with all of your reading that we talked about earlier. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on El Moria and his angels to surround you in light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life force. All right, so that is all I have for group number 3. I hope that resonated with you. If you like this reading and you would like to see more like it, please comment down below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching.